The ancient lands of Cambodia have existed throughout Southeast Asia since more than 1,000 years ago. Angkor Wat stands as the world's largest religious monument in Cambodia, which became famous for its majestic architecture while the country experienced a history of powerful kings and great empires. During its reign from the 9th to the 15th century, the Khmer Empire managed to control territories spanning millions of subjects, along with expansive land that extended into modern-day Thailand, Vietnam, and Laos. The historical timeline of Cambodia stretches beyond its accomplishments because it endured a fatal period under the cruel Khmer Rouge leadership during the 1970s that resulted in the death of approximately 2 million people. During the early years, Cambodia existed as Funan from the 1st century and Chenla through the 6th to 8th centuries. The Khmer Empire started officially in 802 CE after King Jayavarman II made his proclamation. King Jayavarman II constructed the city of Angkor that later became one of the most magnificent destinations on earth.
The communists at that time they called Khmer Rouge, but themselves Khmer in Cambodian name and Rouge in French, red.
The Khmer Empire continued to expand the 9th until the 13th century through the reigns of Jayavarman II and Jayavarman VII. The remarkable temples, which Angkor Wat stands as the most famous among them, were built by these powerful rulers. The Khmer Empire reached its maximum territorial extent by extending across Thailand and Vietnam, while including areas that would later become Laos. Through its innovative farming methods and magnificent structures, the empire gained status as a regional leader for strength and power across Southeast Asia. After the death of King Jayavarman VII, the Khmer Empire started to weaken. There were many fights for power, and the strong unity the empire once had began to break apart. At the same time, neighboring countries like Thailand and Vietnam were growing stronger. In 1431, the Thai army attacked Angkor and destroyed much of the city. As a result, the people of Angkor had to leave and move to a new capital, Phnom Penh. Slowly, the empire lost its power, and Cambodia's once great kingdom began to fade away. The French government declared the dominance of Cambodia by establishing it as their protectorate throughout 1863. Although Cambodia existed with its own king under French government control, under French governance, the nation received new transportation infrastructure and contemporary urban development, while its resources became a means through which the French collected profit. The population of Cambodia began to lose patience with French control through the passing years. Members of these populations wanted independence while the number of protests began to increase. Groups across the land started demanding independence, and thus a liberation movement took its first steps. During the 1970s, Pol Pot, along with his group, known as Khmer Rouge, gained control over Cambodia. The group attempted to transform the entire nation through removals of urban areas alongside compelling citizens to perform farm work. The Khmer Rouge succeeded in seizing control of Cambodia through their victory during 1975. The Khmer Rouge forced every person to abandon cities and relocate to rural areas where they would work on farms. The Khmer Rouge personnel murdered all perceived enemies with special focus on educational staff such as teachers and doctors, along with knowledgeable individuals.
Temporary shelter, we encounter another incident with the Khmer Rouge. They're coming back trying to kidnap all the people from the camp to join their troop.
During the time of the Khmer Rouge, many Cambodians were taken to places called the killing fields, where they were killed and buried in mass graves.
They would kill anybody, as I mentioned before, who doesn't contribute, such as babies, elderly people, sick people.
The most famous site is Choyong Ek, located near the capital Phnom Penh. It's believed that around 1.5 to 2 million people, about a quarter of Cambodia's population, lost their lives during this terrible time. People who were educated or connected to the old government were often targeted. Today, the killing fields serve as a reminder of the suffering Cambodians went through, and a place where people can remember the tragic history.
There were lots of people planning to escape, and there's lots of people got killed, got caught, because there is no way you can escape.
The Vietnamese military forced the Khmer Rouge out of power by entering Cambodia after 1979. When Vietnam forced the Khmer Rouge out of power, the nation had already been completely destroyed. Today, Cambodia feels the lasting consequences of the Khmer Rouge period, because its citizens continue to bear the distressing recollections from that time. The end of Khmer Rouge brought on a long-term reconstruction effort in Cambodia. The United Nations took charge to implement free voting procedures, which led to the restoration of the Cambodian kingdom under King Norodom Sihanouk during 1993. The world-famous temple of Angkor Wat emerged as one of the main attractions that pulled visitors from across the entire planet. The pace of recovery was slow, yet Cambodia entered a positive new chapter towards better times ahead. Today, Cambodia is growing quickly. The country makes clothes, farms, and builds new cities. Many tourists come to see Angkor Wat, which helps the economy. The Cambodian People's Party, led by Prime Minister Hun Sen, is in charge. But there are still problems like poverty, corruption, and land issues. Cambodia is trying to bring back its traditional art, music, and dance. Cambodia has come a long way from a dark past to a hopeful future. While challenges remain, the country is rebuilding and growing. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to like and share to spread the word.